Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. It looks like the top flight career of Yordenis Ugas is now over. He lost wide unanimous decision to Mario Barrios. He was floored twice, once in the second round by a jab, which kind of spilled him all over the canvas. He just walked into it. And then by a brilliant left hook in the 12th and final round. He lost widely on points. I had this 117, 108, I think it was, which I think was the same as one of the judges, and the other two judges had it even wider. But make no mistake about it, Barrios he's 28 years old now, 6 foot tall, welterweight, former super lightweight champ, WBA super lightweight champ. Lost back-to-back fights. He lost his title to Gervonta Davis in 2021. And then he lost a unanimous decision, which was pretty wide, to Keith Thurman. He's had one fight since then against Giovanni Santiago, who was 14-2-1 at the time. He stopped him in 8 rounds. That was earlier this year. And now with the win over Ugas, looks good. You know, his career has been resurrected. And he even collected the absolutely spurious WBC interim world welterweight title. I mean, why do we need, with Terence Crawford on the scene as the undisputed champ, why do we need a WBC interim champ? Oh, I know, it's obviously because of sanctioning fees. Yes, of course it is. Anyway, the fight itself was, you wouldn't call it exciting, it was more of a chess match, but very gradually, apart from the knockdown in the second round, I mean, it was relatively competitive for about the first 4 or 5 rounds, although I did have Barrios ahead. But gradually, Barrios, certainly from the 7th round onwards, was very, very gradually just grinding down Ugas. And in fact, Ugas's eye, his right eye, which was the same one that he suffered so badly against Errol Spence, that was beginning to look really angry, really nasty from about the 7th round onwards. And I thought then, this is going to be a problem. He could get stopped on the same injury that he got stopped with against Errol Spence. But Barrios couldn't quite stop him. For the last 3 rounds, the doctor took a look at that eye, and it was looking really bad. But it was really a case of a very disciplined fight from Barrios. His jab was very, very good indeed. He really did work that jab extremely well. And hung everything off it. He didn't get greedy. He wasn't leading in too much. He was staying disciplined. There were a couple of times when Ugas managed to land individual punches, but at no point was Ugas able to land any meaningful combinations, 2s or 3s. Barrios was just too disciplined and too sort of on point. He really has resurrected his career excellently. I mean, this shows what you can do. A couple of defeats. I'm not saying defeats are ever a good thing, but they don't need to be the end of your career. I mean, the guy's still only 28 years old, and I see absolutely no reason why, once the belts go up in the air, once Crawford is done and dusted with his career, why, if he keeps busy and he stays dedicated and he stays in the gym, that he can't, pick up a belt or to a proper belt, not this interim crap. I think Barrios is a good little fighter, and welterweight division, as we know, has got some good names in it. But don't rule this kid out. He looked all right to me today. I mean, I really, really like the discipline of it. I really like the way that he stuck to what he was good at and didn't try to do things that he didn't try to sort of get greedy. He didn't try to overreach. He didn't try to make things too flashy. He stayed nice and contained within what he knew he was good at, and he was looking to counterpunch very well against Ugas. Ugas, as the fight went on, got more and more desperate. Clearly, the eye was bugging him. He was annoyed by the doctor, kept sticking his beak in and saying, it must be, if you know you've got an injury and you don't need someone sort of constantly reminding you of it. Although, of course, I understand why the doctor wants to have a look at it. Don't get me wrong. But it looked like Ugas was, towards the end, he was defiant, but he kind of knew he'd lost. He kind of knew. Certainly when he got knocked down by the left hook right at the start, I think it was about 30 seconds into the final round, he knew then the game was up. and he just about made it to cross the finishing line. But he was applauding Barrios before the announcement of the cards. He knew he'd lost. But yeah, not an exciting fight, but an intriguing one, shall we say? It was on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez versus Jamel Charlo. If you want to go and have a look at it, it's on DAZN. Comments below if you've got any. As always, thanks for your time. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and please hit the like button as well. I'd appreciate that. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.